Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out the fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one hurts on the king of the welterweight division, Errol the True Spence Jr., the WBC and IBF world champion, being called out by the former unified welterweight world champion, Keith Thurman, who held the Super WBA and the WBC. And he's saying that ESJ, only called him out in the beginning because of Floyd Money Mayweather, the 5-division world champion, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, TBE, the king of pay-per-view. He called it May-per-view. Y'all listen to what Keith Thurman had to say, man. Y'all know Money be back with the great assessment, family.
So to me, when EJ first said my name, he ain't say my name. It wasn't you. It was something somebody else told you to do. All right? It's like, sir, yes, sir, you listening to others. It didn't come from your heart. You know what I mean? And how do I know? How do we know this, Keith? Well, look back at that old fight reference when he first said my name. And before he said my name, he said Floyd's name. He said, I want to call out Floyd Mayweather. Oh, wait. I mean, Keith one-time Thurman. Like, bro, I ain't never once in my life got a phone call to fight Errol Spence. And we got the same manager. So don't act like you called me out if you ain't really called me out. That's what I don't appreciate. The whole goal was to defeat Pacquiao, get hand surgery, get right, and then go right after Spence. Why? Because we would be unifying the titles. The move that they're doing right now was the move I had intended the whole time. All of a sudden, it's just me, it's not me making that move. That's all it is, So EJ can say whatever he wants. I think it's a whole bunch of nonsense and drama. How do you want to see everybody I saw, but you don't want to see me? I'm not following your shadow. He's following my shadow. I'm not following his shadow. Because if I was following his shadow, I'd be on his tail and I'd be right behind him saying, hey, and I think we can still make it happen unless if he wants to make this fight, unify, salute, and jump out of the welterweight division. If he jumps out of the welterweight division, it ain't on Thurman, it's on him. Maybe I'll follow him. Maybe I'll have to just tell him I'll follow you wherever you go. Wherever you go. Why? Because I seek the truth these days. You know what I mean? I'm a truth seeker.
Now, Keith Thurman. You know damn well Errol ain't called you out just because of no Floyd Money Mayweather. Cut that shit out. ESJ wanted to fight you because you was the top dog at the division. You, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia. Don't make it like you was the only kid he was calling out. He was calling out all the top dogs. Well, you and Sean at the moment. I think Danny was still at 140. You know what I mean? But he was calling your ass out because you was one of the top dogs, bro. And he knew that if he took you out, it put his name at the top. You feel me? You were the top dog. You said it yourself. Kid only had like 16 fights. You know what I mean? Don't make it because you thought you was big enough to get a fight with Floyd, which you wasn't. Let's keep it real. Thurman at that time, and I like Thurman, bro. He came out with what he came out with, but you wasn't that big to get a fight with Floyd Mayweather. At that time, everybody was seeking Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. I remember all this shit like it was yesterday. Everybody still wanted Floyd versus Pacquiao. That was the talk. Is Floyd gonna fight Pacquiao? Is Floyd gonna fight Pacquiao? What's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Yes, you was making your name, you was coming up. But you weren't on that level, you know what I mean, like you was when you was holding two scraps, the WBC and the WBA Super. You wasn't on that level, man. Your fan base wasn't that big, man. We know what Floyd was doing. Floyd was fighting countries. Floyd was already set. We already saw his blueprint. He had a blueprint already. Well, he called it the green print now. He already had his green print. And Keith Thurman, you wasn't even on that list. To be honest, you was nowhere near that list. And we was looking at how the situation went. You know what I mean? Your fans were Floyd Mayweather fans at the time. Listen to me, I want y'all to hear me good. Keith Thurman fans was Floyd Mayweather fans at the time. And that don't bring in the numbers that Steven Espinoza and Showtime wants. The numbers that Floyd Mayweather, Steven Espinoza, and Showtime wants was the Floyd Mayweather versus the Madonnas. Was the Floyd Mayweather versus the Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? You put this country up against that country because it make for a big event. And not saying that, we can't sell like a black versus black. I'm not going to never say that because you could. But Thurman's name wasn't that big. You'll just be having Mayweather carrying the card. You know what I mean? But don't try to come out and try to say Errol didn't want you. Earl didn't want you at first, only what Mayweather told him. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. Thurman, you was riding your high horse. You seen Errol Spence coming up in the game, just like people seeing Jerron Bruce Ennis come up in the game. You seen that young, ferocious ass lion. You seen what his style was like. You knew that style gave you fits, and you didn't want no parts of it at the time. You the one came out, 2017, with a little change on it. Well, guess what? In 2017, with a little change on it, Errol Spence became the IBF World Champion. You feel me? The IBF World Champion that you acknowledge. Yeah, that boy was there. He made it, right? You acknowledged that shit. And you just knew that style was all wrong for you, bro. You knew that body was weak. You know what I mean? So don't try to come out here and try to kick the Willy Bobo to us like, oh, man, back then when I was on top, that kid didn't really want to fight me. He was just talking because of Floyd told him to say that. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Your slogan was, I got an O, I ain't afraid to let it go. If you can beat me, son. Right? That was your slogan. So you want to say, oh, well, Errol wasn't this, he wasn't that. But when you got to that position, right? When you got to that position where you seen that he was the real deal, then your ass still didn't want to fight him because you was really knowing that, he was gonna break your ass down. He was gonna break you down. And I will admit, at one point it was a high risk, low reward. It was. And I'm not gonna knock you when you said you fought the best at that time. When you fought Sean Porter, right? And then you fought Danny Garcia, right? They were the best at that time. I gotta keep it real. I think their popularity was a little bigger than EJ. Y'all was the top dogs, and y'all was trying to, keep EJ out as the young pup. Y'all was trying to keep him out. But like Errol said, the tables will turn. You understand me? The tables will turn. And he stayed the course. He didn't cry about it. He didn't go bitch and moan and whine about it like, oh, man, these boys ain't... He just, I'm going to fight whoever they put in front of me. And everybody they put in front of me, I'm going to dismantle their ass. I'm going to take them out until one of y'all be forced to get into the ring with me. You understand me? Y'all going to be forced to get into the ring with me because I'm going to make myself the big dog. I'm going to make my motherfucking self the big dog. Floyd Mayweather's not going to make me. You know what I mean? Errol Spence made himself the truth. Understand that. Then Thurman, he was like, oh, Errol, he was, you fighting everybody that I want to fight, but you don't want to fight me. Man, you had all the opportunities, man. You had all the opportunities, Keith. Let's not play that game. You had all the opportunities to fight this dude if you wanted to fight him. You understand me? Now, you saying what you want to do is make it a big fight. You want to get this title, that title, then fight EJ and make it a big fight. It's chess, not checkers. I'm not going to even say that wasn't your game plan. Nobody can say what your game plan was. And if that was the game plan, I can't knock it. It's your chessboard. You move on your chessboard how you want to move. You know what I mean? It's chess, not checkers. That is a fact. You got to move strategic and you got to be smart. You seen that young kid was a killer. You seen that he was hungry, he was coming, and you didn't want to get knocked off your throne. You know what I mean? Not saying you didn't think you can win the fight, but you knew it was a strong possibility that you can get knocked off your throne. And if you get knocked off your throne by Errol Spence Jr., and we know Errol being Errol with all the buzz around him and the sporn stories and his fan base growing and people looking to see if he was the real deal, if he would have went in there and knocked your ass off, he would have got all that buzz and it would have just made him a superstar overnight. Overnight. From whooping Keith Thurman ass. Overnight. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And this is not to knock Keith Thurman because he was trying to fight a Floyd Mayweather. He was trying to fight a Manny Pacquiao, but he wasn't going to get those fights. He wasn't going to get them. And I'm going to keep it real all the way around the board. Keith Thurman couldn't beat Floyd Mayweather back then. He couldn't. Keith Thurman was a front runner. I ain't going to say was because he's still fighting, sorry. To me, just to me, he's a front runner when it comes to power and knockouts. You feel me? And when I say that, that's not the down Keith skill set or what he do, but when you look at him, Keith will fight hard for the first 6, 7, then he start boxing at the end, which is a smart thing. But in the first 6 or 7, with somebody like Floyd Money Mayweather, if you go out there and you gas out because he going to let you try to throw your shit, and Keith, you're going to come and try to throw your shit because you're going to come and try to knock him out. You're going to come and try to knock him out. You're not going to come to box with Floyd Mayweather. You Keith Thurman coming to box with Floyd Mayweather in 2016? Come on, stop that. Stop that. You had no chance. You're an orthodox fighter, bro. You're an orthodox fighter. You really didn't have nothing coming with Floyd. Floyd was just too smart, too slick, and just too damn good to lose to somebody like you, Thurman, who was wide, right? You had pop, stamina. You had stamina issues, and your body wasn't that strong, bro. And Floyd know how to turn your motherfucking body up. Your body ain't that strong, bro. You know what I mean? Now, would you have went in there and made it interesting? I believe so. I believe so. But you wouldn't beat Floyd Money Mayweather back then, bro. Not at all. So you was going for the big payday. You would have got a big payday. You would have been on the big stage. You would have been out there trying to win. I'm not saying that you weren't going to win, but you wouldn't beat no goddamn Floyd Money Mayweather, dog. Let's cut that short. So when you come out here and try to make it like Errol Spence that want to fight you, that's bullshit. He wanted your ass. He didn't have to call Al Heyman. If you really wanted that fight, you could have made it happen. If you really wanted to see EJ, you could have made it happen. Errol just knew, I'm not going to try to beg, and I know I'm not going to get it. I'm just stay the course. When I talk to Al, I'll bring you up probably. Al probably be like, he don't want the fight. We're going to move on in this direction. But Al put Errol in position to where when the tables turn, y'all was going to need him. You feel me? I'm going to repeat that. Al Heyman put Errol Spence in position. So when the tables turn, y'all are going to need him. Now, look, you saying what your game plan was. Now, Errol Spence got the game plan. It ain't about that he's beating the people that you beat following your shadow. No, it's about him beating the top motherfuckers in the welterweight division. That's what it's about. Just because you beat Danny and you beat Sean don't mean they're not the top motherfuckers in the welterweight no more. When Errol fought Sean, guess what? He was a champion. When you fought Sean, he wasn't a champion. You fought Danny, he was a champion, right? Unification bout. But when Errol fought Danny, he was still a top 5 contender in the welterweight division. Then he fought Mikey Garcia, another 4-division world champion. You understand me? Yes, he went and fought Leonard Bundu, the same person you fought, and he knocked his ass out. When Leonard gave your ass fits, he knocked him out. You understand what I'm saying? Errol beat everybody you beat, but he beat him in a better fashion. So let's not play that game, Keith. Let's not play that game. If you really wanted Errol Spence, you would have made it happen. You understand me? You could have made it happen, bro. But the tables turned. Errol is the big fish now. You looking at him live out what you saying was your game plan is now what he's doing. Don't mean he took your game plan. It's just what he's doing. Whoever at the top, that's who you fight. Manny Pacquiao. He got the Pacquiao fight. You got the Pacquiao fight. You lost. Let's see what Errol Spence do. You know what I mean? Because if we're looking at the pattern, he going out there beating them motherfuckers better than you. And I believe he will beat Manny Pacquiao better than you lost to Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Keith, just pay homage and get credit where credit is due. ESJ is the big dog. He's the big fish. You overlooked, and I ain't going to say you overlooked him, but you try to stall him out a little bit because, you know, you was on your high horse. You was the big dog, and you try to play those type of games. But now the table has turned, bro. One thing about those tables, they do turn. They do turn. And now you got to sit your ass back, and if you don't want to give you the fight at 147, then you're going to have to chase him to 154. You're going to have to go up to 154 where the slate is clean, and then you can't say that you don't have a title or nothing like that. And you can put yourself in position to fight him maybe for a title eliminator or a mandatory. And in my opinion, Errol Spence is going to fold your ass up like a lawn chair in a good fight. Not saying you ain't going to go out there and fight, but I got Errol bodying your ass to the body shots and putting you down. Putting you down. So keep it real, Keith. Quit all that bull crap because we see through it, right? You didn't want no parts of Errol Spence, man. And now you see that Errol is the big guy with the big checks, with the belts, and now you want to come back and fight him. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But how I feel to get a taste of your own medicine. I repeat, how do it feel to get a taste of your own medicine? And I still wish you the best. It look like you and Sean in the fall time. That's going to be one hell of a fight. Good luck to ESJ. Good luck August 21st against Manny Pacquiao. You know, that's going to be one hell of a fight. And to Floyd Money Mayweather, thank you for everything you did for boxing. Good luck to you in the future. Until then, it's your boy Money. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. Yeah, I know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.